Did you know that there is a country in the heart of Europe, so small that almost no one can locate it on a map, yet so powerful that it influences the global economy? This place is Luxembourg. Although it seems like a well-kept secret, this microstate is one of the world's major financial hubs, hiding impressive wealth behind its discreet borders. Luxembourg is smaller than many neighborhoods in big cities, but paradoxically, it stands out as one of the wealthiest countries per capita. While the rest of the world struggles with economic issues and inequality, Luxembourg has established itself as a tax haven, attracting global investments. But how did such a small country manage to gain such financial power? And why, despite this, does it remain unknown to most people? These are the questions we will explore throughout this video, revealing the secrets behind the wealth and mystery surrounding this country. Today, you'll discover not only how Luxembourg achieved its prominent position on the global stage, but also how it continues to be one of the most exclusive and intriguing places in Europe. Get ready for a journey that will demystify one of the world's most mysterious and luxurious countries. Few people know that Luxembourg, a country with fewer than 650,000 inhabitants, carries an economic power that rivals great powers. The story behind this growth is fascinating, and in many ways a well-kept secret. In the 20th century, Luxembourg began taking its first steps as a global financial center, mainly after World War II. Its geographical position in the heart of Europe, coupled with favorable tax policies, were the first ingredients that helped shape what is now one of the world's largest financial empires. The secret of Luxembourg's luxury lies in its ability to transform a small economy into a massive investment platform. The country is a safe destination for large international corporations, investment funds, and banks. Why? Because the tax rules in Luxembourg are extremely attractive, allowing companies and investors to achieve much higher returns than in other European countries. Additionally, Luxembourg offers advanced infrastructure and enviable political and social stability. The combination of all these factors has made the country a magnet for global money. However, Luxembourg's wealth is not only in its numbers, but also in its ability to operate in the shadows of the international financial system without drawing too much attention. This disguised empire continues to thrive quietly, being a key piece of the global economic puzzle. Despite all its economic power, Luxembourg remains one of the most underrated and unknown destinations in Europe. While other European countries such as France, Germany, and the United Kingdom attract thousands of tourists and are widely recognized on the international scene, Luxembourg remains off the global radar. The question is, why is such an influential and wealthy country still so neglected? Part of this mystery can be explained by the country's very nature. Luxembourg is small and discreet, without the need to show off. The local population prefers a peaceful and reserved life, in contrast to the hectic big metropolises. Its capital, also called Luxembourg, is charming but far from the hustle and bustle of Paris or London. With its peaceful streets, medieval architecture, and green landscapes, the city feels more like a time capsule where luxury and history intertwine silently. However, this discretion comes at a price. Luxembourg, because it is so reserved, ends up being a little explored destination, despite its undeniable wealth. Many of its greatest secrets, such as its billion-dollar companies and the vast financial system that supports its economy, are unknown even to most Europeans. This contrast between global prestige and lack of visibility creates an aura of mystery that only increases the fascination with the country. It's an enigma in the heart of Europe, where few know what really goes on. When we think of wealth, we often imagine countries like the United States, Japan, or traditional financial centers like London and Zurich. But what many don't know is that Luxembourg, a small and discreet country, hides one of the most powerful economies in the world. Its fame comes not only from its small population or its status as a tax haven, but from a complex financial system that is crucial to the global economy. What really places Luxembourg at the center of the financial world is its highly developed banking system and its ability to attract international investments. Multinational companies of all kinds, from banks to tech giants, operate in Luxembourg, taking advantage of favorable tax policies. Additionally, the country has been a hub for investments in funds, insurance, and financial assets, offering investors higher returns with unquestionable legal security. Another interesting point is that Luxembourg is one of Europe's largest investment fund centers, with billions of euros circulating every year. The so-called Luxembourg fund industry is one of the country's biggest secrets, and at the same time, one of its largest sources of wealth. This happens because, in addition to its attractive tax policy, the country has a legal infrastructure that ensures investment protection and facilitates financial transactions for large corporations. It's this combination of factors that makes Luxembourg stand out, not just for its visible wealth, but for the discreet control it exerts over a significant portion of the global economy. One of Luxembourg's most striking features is its quality of life, which stands out remarkably when compared to other European countries. Although small, the country offers a high standard of living that is hard to find elsewhere, even among nations with more robust economies. The luxury in Luxembourg isn't just in the financial numbers, but in the way it is reflected in the daily life of the people who live there. Luxembourg is known for its modern infrastructure, pristine streets, and a city that always appears organized and clean. With one of the lowest crime rates in Europe, the country offers security and tranquility, a rare luxury in times of growing urbanization and political turmoil. Residential areas are characterized by elegant homes, spacious parks, and a naturally relaxing environment. People who live in Luxembourg enjoy an efficient public transportation system, high-quality education, and above all, a healthcare system that is among the best in the world. Furthermore, the country has one of the highest per capita incomes in Europe, which translates into high purchasing power and excellent public services. Luxembourg also offers social benefits that are uncommon elsewhere, such as a large number of paid vacation days, parental leave, and support for mental health. The combination of security, high-quality infrastructure, and social benefits creates a unique living experience that only a place as sophisticated as Luxembourg can offer. For residents and visitors alike, this quality of life is a reflection of the true luxury that permeates the country. Although Luxembourg is a small country in terms of population and territory, its cultural diversity is impressive and reflects the globalized character of the modern world. Over the centuries, Luxembourg has become a convergence point for various cultures and traditions due to its strategic location in the center of Europe and its welcoming immigration policy. Today, about half of the country's population is made up of foreigners, creating a rare multicultural environment for such a small state. The country has 3 official languages: Luxembourgish, French, and German, a blend that illustrates the diversity of cultural influences. This is reflected not only in the spoken languages, but also in the cuisine, traditional festivals, and daily customs. For example, Christmas in Luxembourg is celebrated with a mix of German and French traditions, while Carnival, which dates back to the 19th century, reflects influences from neighboring countries like Belgium and Germany. Additionally, Luxembourg's multiculturalism is evident in its cuisine, which is a fusion of French, German, and Belgian dishes, with touches of more distant influences such as Italian and Portuguese. The markets, restaurants, and festivals reflect this cultural richness, creating a unique atmosphere of exchange and peaceful coexistence among different ethnicities and nationalities. This diversity is not only a striking feature of Luxembourg, but also a factor that contributes to the country's innovation and dynamism, where different worldviews come together and mix harmoniously. In such a small place, cosmopolitanism is one of the greatest treasures Luxembourg offers, making its culture as unique as its history. Behind the modernity and luxury that define Luxembourg today, there is a rich and deep history, full of ancient castles, legends, and resistance. Despite being a small country, Luxembourg played an important role in European history, being a strategic point of resistance in several wars and a symbol of power and independence. At the heart of the country, we can find medieval castles that are more than just historical monuments. They carry stories of battles, resistance, and the pursuit of freedom. For example, the Vianden Castle, dating back to the 11th century, is one of the most impressive medieval buildings in Europe. Located in the hills of Vianden, it was the center of power in the region during the Middle Ages and a refuge for nobles and kings. Today, the castle is one of the most visited tourist destinations in the country, and its walls hold secrets about the conflicts that shaped Luxembourg's history. Another emblematic castle is the Bourscheid Castle, dating back to the 12th century, which, like many others, served as a fortress during invasions and territorial struggles that marked medieval Europe. Luxembourg also has a rich heritage of resistance during the World Wars. During World War II, the country was invaded by the Nazis, but over the years it maintained its identity and sovereignty, resisting external pressures. Fort Thüngen, which was part of Luxembourg's fortress, is an example of physical and symbolic resistance that still stands as a landmark of its military history. Today, in addition to serving as tourist attractions, these castles represent the strength and perseverance of a country that, although small, has a vast history full of secrets. These monuments are not just symbols of the past, but also reminders of how far Luxembourg has come to maintain its independence, surrounded by mysteries that continue to fascinate both locals and visitors. Every stone, every wall, every tower seems to tell its own story about the country, which, despite its modern wealth, has never forgotten its historical and cultural roots. Looking to the future, Luxembourg continues to assert itself as a model of sustainable growth and innovation. The country, already distinguished in terms of financial wealth, is now focused on driving its development in areas such as technology, sustainability, and environmental solutions. Luxembourg is no longer just a passive economic power, but an active leader in several global fronts. One of the country's greatest ambitions is to become an international center for technological innovation and research. With cutting-edge infrastructure and considerable investments in startups and tech companies, Luxembourg aims to position itself as a hub for innovation, attracting entrepreneurs and scientists from all over the world. The capital, Luxembourg City, has rapidly transformed into a hotspot for emerging companies, especially in sectors like fintech, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. This movement reflects the country's desire to diversify its economy and ensure that, even in an increasingly digital world, Luxembourg remains relevant and competitive. Another major focus for the future is sustainability. Luxembourg is committed to ambitious goals for reducing carbon emissions and environmental preservation. The country has invested heavily in renewable energy and green technologies, striving to become a model of sustainability in Europe. With policies that encourage the use of electric transport, the construction of eco-efficient buildings, and responsible use of natural resources, Luxembourg is building a greener future, aligned with global goals for environmental preservation. Moreover, Luxembourg is also positioning itself as a champion for a more transparent and responsible financial system. The country has worked to be a model of ethical governance, combating shady financial practices, and promoting a fairer and more accessible market for everyone. This commitment to integrity and innovation places Luxembourg at the forefront of many of the world's most urgent global issues. Therefore, Luxembourg's future is a promise of balanced growth, not only based on preserving its historical and financial wealth, but also adapting to the needs of an ever-changing world. With its vision for sustainability, innovation, and global leadership, Luxembourg is preparing to continue surprising and inspiring the world, maintaining its status as a mysterious yet increasingly relevant power on the international stage. If you enjoyed this video and are curious to learn more about the secrets and surprises of places like Luxembourg, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more amazing content like this. Leave a comment about what surprised you the most about Luxembourg, or share your own experiences if you've already visited this mysterious country. Your opinion is always very important to us. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos full of fascinating stories and amazing discoveries. See you next time, and we'll see you soon.